Hello, my name is William Coker, as people know me online, Tony or Tony Style, and I'm going to keep this video quick because I know that you guys are busy. I most certainly do respect that. Now, when it comes to me being an avid gamer, lover of Blizzard games and things like that, I most certainly am both of those things. Ever since I was young, I'd always played StarCraft 1. That was my first Blizzard game that I picked up, and I played that for years and years and years, eventually going into stuff like Warcraft, Warcraft 3, and then going into World of Warcraft, which is a game I still play to this day. Ever since 2005 when I started it, I played the heck out of it, and I continue to play it until this day, like I talked about before. So, definitely an avid gamer, and definitely an avid Blizzard fan. So that's two things I want to knock off the list right away. When it comes to multitasking, that's something I do daily, whether it's me playing video games, which requires a ton of multitasking, or in a business setting at my job, because I do have two different positions that I'm currently working right now. One of which is one where I do investigate debit card fraud at a bank. And also I do the auditing for the very same department. So it's kind of an interesting position, and one that requires me working a number of different aspects at the same time. For instance, sometimes I come into work, I would have like 5, 10 cases, sometimes more, and I have to work those at the exact same time, get them all done by the end of the day. So definitely a high pressure situation as well, every single day. And a lot of times I'll have customers call in more than once. It's possible as well, and then I can have them call back to back to back as somebody asks for my attention on one case, and then while I'm working on that solution, somebody else is calling in. It can get very stressful. So multitasking and making sure I stay on top of that while not getting too frustrated is something that I do daily and something I'm really familiar with. So when it comes to that, we're all good there. Now, also when it comes to communication and interpersonal skills, obviously talking to, whether it be other banks I'm talking to them, merchants I'm calling to verify charges, the customer talking to them, or also between myself and my colleagues, working with them is something that's very important as well, of course, because they are essential to my duty as likewise I am to theirs. And I treat them as like it's like a family. Obviously, I'm spending more time with them than I am my own family, so this is something that I really take really seriously to make sure that we are so comfortable with each other that we could actually, what they do is they actually invite me to their baby showers and things like that, and I would obviously feel comfortable with them going to my house as well. It's just that's the type of friendship that we have, the relationship that we have. So also, I am very enthusiastic, of course, about eSports in particular. I've always been trying to do my best to get into them, whether it be with me working in them or me competing. I do compete in Global Cooldown TV tournaments every week for World of Warcraft. They're weekly tournaments that are sponsored by just a guy that likes the game and has put up some money for it, and I compete every week, do my very best. And I've been on that 4 or 5 times already, plan on being to continue to do that as well. And I also competed for BlizzCon. I haven't actually qualified yet, but I was the past 2 years one match away from qualifying for the regionals. So definitely a contender at the very least, and something I definitely hope to improve on this year and make it. And so when it comes to high pressure situations, obviously whether you're playing online games or you're in a situation like I talked about with my job, something I'm really familiar with. Even in high school, I was in tennis. I played tennis. We were a state champion my senior year, and just high pressure situations is something I've been familiar with ever since I was young. Super used to that, and not something that really gives me any trouble to this day. Also, when it comes to website maintenance, that's an area I would do. I wouldn't highlight as much as my other ones. It's been something that I did when I was younger. I did some website maintenance, some website work, and things like that. But I'm not really too concerned about it, because when it comes to learning new software and just using computers in general, it's something that comes to me really naturally, and something that I don't really need to work too hard to pick up. It's something that I can pick up in a day or two when it comes to new software. So not really super concerned about that, but it is something that I wanted to make people aware of. Also, when it comes to data entry with my auditing position at my job is something that I do day in and day out, and something that definitely doesn't like frustrate me or bore me or anything like that. There's a lot worse things you could be doing at data entry. That's what I kind of say to myself, and it's got me through to where I am now, and just something I do, not a big deal. Also, when it comes to grammar skills, I do my very best to whether it's orally or when I'm writing or typing or something like that, I always do my very best to keep the best grammar that I possibly can. It's just crucial, I feel, whenever you're talking to, whether it's a client or a customer, just keeping the confidence that they have in you. It can be really diminished if your grammar is not perfect, or obviously if it's not good at all. So I just try to do my best in there. And also when it comes to my schooling, I do have a bachelor's degree from an accredited university, a 4-year degree from Auburn University. So while playing video games in my spare time, obviously, been doing that for a while, and working and going to school, I was able to graduate with a degree in psychology, focus in business. So showing that I'm able to compete with people as well as online in educational matters as well. I'm able to complete those. And now when it comes to competitive gaming, talked about that before, but I do compete as much as I can, and it's something I really enjoy and have a passion for, whether, like I said, I'm competing in it or am trying to help set it up. And also I do understand my limitations when it comes to, like I talked about before, the website maintenance is something that I don't pride myself on because I haven't done it in a while, but I'm not above asking for help or understanding when something I feel like we can't actually perform, whether it be at work or something like that. And I know when to ask for help, and I'm not above doing stuff like that, and like working for other solutions to getting these problems resolved. Now, when it comes to overtime and weekends, that's the part where I definitely will excel. I love the opportunity to prove to my employer that I am able to go above and beyond. So the best example I can think of was when Warlords of Draenor was released. I do have another job that I work from time to time with SkillCapped, and what SkillCapped is a World of Warcraft instructional video website, and I've been making content for them for 2 years or so, and made over 100 videos with them. So I'm definitely a featured contributor, one of their best and most reliable. And what they did was, while I was working full-time at the position that I was talking about earlier, they asked me to create 15 videos a week. And so what I did was, I was like, okay, I can do it. I'll do my very best. And so basically what I was doing while maintaining exercise routine as well that I do sometimes, a couple times a week, I'd have to wake up as early as 5:45 in the morning, go exercise, go to work for 8 hours or 9 hours with the lunch, and then come home, work on videos, and then eat dinner and go to sleep. And that was my routine for two and a half, maybe 3 weeks. So I was able to step up to the plate and take extra time. It's something I enjoy doing, especially if in a business setting. If it was like my other job, if somebody has gotten sick or they're having a child, they need to they can't come in the office for a time. That's doubly that makes me feel doubly good because I'm actually helping a coworker out at the same time that's helping the company out. So that's something that's never been a problem for me. Always the time when I feel like I can really shine. And going off that, when it comes to being punctual and coming to work in time, I always remember times I'm late because I always feel really bad whenever I do show up late, and it's always something that stuck with me and really got me in the good graces of supervisors and things like that. So that's never been a problem for me as well. So I'm always able to step up to the plate, and I'm always reliable when it comes to assignments and things like that. Now, like I talked about before, I do have experience with competitive gaming. I've made over 100 videos, and each of them a lot of them have well over a couple thousand views. So I do make it to the level that SkillCapped does require when it comes to the videos. And when it comes to editing videos, I had no experience in editing any videos before I started work with SkillCapped. Basically, what they just told me was, this is what we need. This is a software. You can download it for free, and there you go. Just do it. And it took me a long time to get it to the level that they needed. Well, not a long time, like as in like a week, but it took me a day or two of 5-6 hours just plugging away, trying to figure it out, just going through the help menu and everything like that, and just making mistakes trial by error, and going through. So showing self-motivation, and it was just a labor of love, and I wasn't getting paid by the hour, so just my struggles there, I wasn't getting compensated for it. It was just once I created that one that they finally said to me that this was good enough to accept, for them to accept on the site. So going through that just proves that I'm able to learn something brand new, something that might be very difficult, and something that does take a lot of time and effort, but I'm willing to put that in for something like eSports or gaming in general. It's just something that the motivation is just intrinsically in me. So that's something that I think can really prove to be an asset for this position as well. So basically, I have so much more to say, but like I said, I'm going to cut it off because I do know that you guys are busy, and I would love to speak more about it, and I hope I do get the opportunity to do so. But until then, I do thank you for watching, and I hope that we do get to talk soon. So thank you very much for watching.